action here on first down. Flush to his right. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. From 8 yards out. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
This is taken at the 3. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
Ready. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. And watch the leg. Check. Yep. He's coming to you. He's coming to you, Mike. Hey. Mike 54. Mike 54. Mike 54. Man. The screen. Pass. Out. 36. Let's go.
On first down, Jacobs. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Check. Watch 54. Watch the run. They're running it. Wide. Get wide.
They run it with Jacobs. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. On second down, it's Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, go into pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hard. Yes. 50. Mike 50.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Breedham. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
2nd and 3. Man open, that's Robert Foster, complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
2nd and 11. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Go! Hey, zoom!
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
They'll set up a throw. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Now a toss play. It's Breida. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Matt Breida, his 9th touchdown of the season. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. On 3rd down, Jacobs. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
All day, every day, any day. Kill. Yes! We got motion. Back up.
They go with Jacobs. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
60 outlaw. 50.
Here we go.
Ready?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Mack Wilson came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Back to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready. 8, read. 54, right, 54.
I got you.
Bang, 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 bang. Jim.
Shoot! Watch the shoot! Switch.
Dog. Now. Pop.
Mike spot 4.
Ready, go.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
With that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
And it's 3rd down.
On the ready.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Tighten up. 55 stride. Check. Watch 54.
You're out. Come on, up.
You go.
Ready, go.
On 3rd down, Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
Here I come.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Right there. 54, Mike. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Go.
20-yard line. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. It's coming this way. Here we go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The Broncos on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go. Check safety.
Exit.
Watch out. Check, Mike. 50.
Ready.
Now back to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Mark 50, Mark 50, Mark 50. Watch the slant.
Hey, echo.
Mark 50, Mark 50, Mark 50.
Let go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just be... And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were able to stop him at the line on 1st down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination, and they got it done on the 2nd try.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Yep.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Smooth. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Dorsett making the catch. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
Ready. 10 Lobo.
I'm coming.
Now.
Breida, he'll try the right side. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
That's what I'm talking about.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
90 Wolf. Go.
Watch out.
Look at me. Zipper. General West. 5.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. Hey, Alpha.
Mike's 50. Yo. Hey.
Bravo.
Mike's 50. Hey, get in the weight room.
He's driven.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 44-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Check 26, check 26.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter.
Let's go now. 30 base.
Check right 21. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
Get it.
They'll try to run with Breida, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Push him back. Push him back. Kill, kill, kill. Go! Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54. Ready.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Okay,
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, tight. Shoot! Shoot! Topper! Topper! Buzz. Mike 54.
2nd and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
You got 3. You got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Check right 54. Right 54. Back to pass. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
He's coming, double. Yep. He's crashing. He's checking crowd. Check Alpha. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Come on. You better bring it. Hey, Mike 51. Mike 51.
They'll try and throw for it here. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 3 on what should be the final play of the first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Mike 54. I'm going to lose one. Delta. Hey, watch out, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm trying to collect. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Let's go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. This is the tight end Fant. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Yep, go get him, go get him, go get him. 54's Mike, 54's Hey, check, watch 54, watch 54. Ricky. Yes! Hot.
Now they try the right side here. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2.
Big stop. Zoom, fellas, let's go. Right here, guys. Fight the now. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Scene 6. Rap. 51's the mic, boys. 51. Ready.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Extra point forthcoming. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
He'll let it go deep for Foster. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
Hey. Hey, Haywood. 80 weapon.
Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. Okay, double up.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Got an open man. It's Foster. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Check nickel.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield, and spilling everything.
Second and 13. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Ready.
They run with Breida. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Hey! Go!
Hey! 50 to Mike. Hey, check.
He'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, Orbit.
Mike 50. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that
And the blitz does come. And able to find Dorsett. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. Third down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards there and a first down.
Watch the ship.
Leo.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Ready?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. This is Breida. And he stopped immediately there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now.
50. I got him.
Hey, high 7.
They'll look to throw here. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. Badgley's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's got his man on the out route. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
First down, Denver.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
They'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Brings up third down and 5.
We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5.
Go!
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Hey, Delta.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Go!
Hey, look. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. I got it. Here we go. 50.
Hey, seam 6. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing. This one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Pilot 64, weak.
Check 4. He's checking. Crash.
And go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We got three. Show it. Let's go.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big He just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
2 yards on the play. First down, Broncos.
Red. 60, orange. Watch the screen. 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 Ready.
Running is Jacobs. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Broncos on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Check 50. Check 50.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You got it. You got it.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down by
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6.
Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Record. Mike 50. Mike 50. It's a party. Big River.
Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Here we go. Kill. Motion. Bravo.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it. Well, that certainly comes under the heading of critical mistake, doesn't it, partner? You can't have that. You got a chance to tie the ball game from the 2-yard line. Now you got to go back to the 7-yard line and take the same chance.
So now a big play here as the Broncos will line up to go for 2. And now again, the play clock's going to run out on them.
This certainly feels like they were wanting to go for 2, but weren't really sure they should go for 2. Do we, don't we, do we, don't we? And guess what ends up happening?
5-yard penalty.
That's right. Now you probably line up and kick the extra point.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Quick throw going to be caught by Foster. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
Now, that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
They'll drop the throw. Escapes the sack. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Here we go. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Yes! Mike 54. Ready, go!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Here's Breida. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
And two stop.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Here's Taylor. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run with Taylor. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. On 3rd down, it's Taylor. And they'll get him down right around the 16.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
Wilson on the tackle. A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 33. Badgley able to knock this one through. And that will push the lead up to 5. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, You've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the said era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off.
Now let's take a minute to see how you